It's Dave Meltzer with Entrepreneurs the Playbook, and I have the top of all top in sports. My favorite, Arianny Celeste. She is a entrepreneur, the Girlfriend Box. She also has a huge GoFundMe project right now to help out the nurses. She is obviously a model, unlike me. Although we will talk about this, Ariana. I am a L'Oreal model. Most people don't know that. UFC ring girl, of course, and a TV personality. Welcome to the Playbook.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Well, I want to get right into it because there's a new entrepreneur, and the personality that you become, the brand that you become, now has so many places that we can amplify it. And we never know where that personality arises. I mean, I met and was exposed to you years and years ago. I think you were the ring girl, like the best in the world 6 times in so many years. And
Yeah.
now that you're a mature woman and businesswoman, I laugh because I'm like, are you kidding? That young girl is now like super entrepreneur, raising money not only for her own business, but millions of dollars for charity, and just really developed into an impactful woman entrepreneur. What was it growing up that gave you a different outlook on what you're doing? Because there absolutely is a different perspective to overcome all that you have to do as a not only an entrepreneur, but let alone a woman entrepreneur.
I think as a young girl, I had my mother as my influence, and she lost my father when she was 2 months pregnant with me. So I was kind of born into a lot of like sadness, depression, and stuff like that. But also, I saw a side of her that was very driven. Like she would go to school full time, and she had a nursing job. So she was really working really hard to take care of me. And I think I got my entrepreneurial side from her, and just my drive from her. I kind of saw like a little bit of the negativity from depression and sadness and all that. So I saw her kind of slow down, and I vowed like I don't ever want to be like that, especially like in this world where men are so powerful, you know. So I just kind of fueled that. I was given the opportunity with UFC, which was a huge opportunity. Like millions of people all of a sudden know who you are. And I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? I always played by the book, like always, okay, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to be a physical therapist. It was always about like doing everything by the book. But then UFC happened, and it kind of changed my life. And it was like, okay, I can continue going to school, or I can take a chance, start traveling the world with UFC, and kind of like change everything that I ever thought I could do. And so I took the chance, and from there, I saw how much social media was important. Like I think at the time it was like Twitter and MySpace and Facebook and all that. So I started all those. And then I saw a market where like we didn't have like calendars or merchandise or anything for the girls. So I was like, I'm just gonna make my own. And I started my whole brand, Arianny Celeste. And every year I do like a calendar and merchandise and all that. And I really, I think, capitalize on the sexy side of things. So selling things to guys. That's kind of how Girlfriend Box started, because I was cleaning out my closet. We were just messing around on Instagram Live. Or not, I don't think it was Instagram Live, but it was like when Instagram stories just came out, and I was like just going through my closet, just big pile of clothes. And a lot of guys were email or direct messaging me and saying, hey, I want some of those clothes. I think my girlfriend would love that. Can you put like 2 or 3 dresses in a box for me and like send it? I'll send you Venmo. I'll send you PayPal. And I'm like, okay, I think I got something here, because there is so many subscriptions out there that cater to women, and they're great and such a great idea. But there's nothing out there that caters to men who are clueless when it comes to what to give a girl, their wives, their girlfriend. And also, I think just taking the hard work out of it, and like, oh, I forgot my anniversary this year. I'm in the doghouse. Like, okay, well, we have something that might help you out. So everything, I'm right now in the middle of a relaunch, because as you know, as an entrepreneur, it's all about like growing and learning, making mistakes. The brand went very female oriented, which is great. We were selling to a lot of females, but it's also, females are very picky. So especially when it comes to fashion, everybody has their different styles, and it was really hard to keep every girl happy. So I'm doing a relaunch this year by June, hopefully mid-June, and it's going to be all jewelry. So fine jewelry. There's going to be two categories of prices. It's either 38 or 68, which is a very good price point. And it's just jewelry. You can say, okay, my girlfriend's trendy, my girlfriend's boho, my girlfriend's classic. There's 3 different styles, and it's automatic. You can put in her birthday, your anniversary, obviously Valentine's Day, Christmas, and then another special occasion. And it's all automatic. It's all, what's that word? Algorithm. So we'll know exactly when we have to ship out the boxes, so you don't forget and you don't get in trouble.
That is genius. So when you're talking in detail of what you're providing and how you provide it, it's extraordinary, because I remember, and I'm old, so forgive me, I remember watching Letterman. Dave Letterman was a night show host for all those younger people, and Brad Pitt was on there. And he said to Brad Pitt, he said, yeah, well, you know, because you're so good looking, of course, you know, you're, and he looked at him like, dude, are you kidding me? He goes, do you know how many good looking people there are in the world?
Yeah.
Like, I'm an extremely good actor. You know, I'm very talented. I have so many skills, capabilities, and there's a lot of hard work and desire and failures and lessons. And I'm an entrepreneur, obviously, myself, and I'm listening to your journey. And although you had such great evolutionary success, I'm sure there's a ton of failure, mistakes, frustration. You know, as much as you are raising money for nurses, you're actually a fireman, I'm sure. You have put out more fires than most of the New York City firemen, first responders. Tell me, you know, what one of the great lessons through that journey that you just described. Tell me one of the great lessons that you've learned.
One of the great lessons is, if you're going to work with a friend, make sure you have paperwork no matter what. You never know what can happen when money starts coming in. Everything has to be by the books, and you don't want it to get sticky. And because I was in that situation, I started this company with one of my close friends, and now we're no longer friends. So, you know, that could have been avoided if there was more communication and everything was laid out like in a contract and it was all done by the books. But we were trying to keep it, you know, cordial and friendly, but that doesn't work in business. And it doesn't, and you shouldn't take it personal. Like, if you really want your business to be a success, do it the right way.
Yeah, a lot of entrepreneurs, you're right. And a lot of entrepreneurs will ask me, like, hey, I want to put it in writing, but I don't want to offend them. I don't want to think I don't trust them. We're friends or we're family. And I always give them my patented line that you can steal from me. I always tell people, hey, can we put this in writing? Because I have a really bad memory. I trust you fully, but I want to make sure I remember to do everything I'm supposed to do. And would you mind putting this in writing? And it's taken all the pain out of friends and family not putting things in writing for me. And it saved me millions of dollars. But even more importantly, it's relationship-wise. I've lost many relationships using trust as a maneuvering tool. And it's interesting. Now, you know, looking through what you're doing, you also have this great need to help other people. And obviously your mom was a nurse. But I think not enough people like you that have so much influence and are able to empower so many young people that they put in the forefront, you know, helping others. Why is that so important for you to use your time? I mean, obviously you could use that time and effort to make more money for yourself, but you're really putting it at the forefront to be selfless and give your life away to help other people that are sacrificing or putting their life at jeopardy.
I think I love helping people. I don't know what it is. It makes me feel good. So if I can help people, if I know that, hey, I helped out my girlfriend who's a nurse and she can go to work and feel safe and comfortable and have the proper PPE to protect her, that makes me feel good. I've been really, really blessed. I honestly think my father's my angel, because I have a really good life, and I feel very blessed and grateful for that. So if I can give even the littlest thing, I will. So yeah, it's a little bit selfish of me because I feel good because of it. you know?
That's
So
what I want to teach people, right? How good it feels to give. And it
yeah.
is the best feeling in the world. Real quick, a little tactical device. Obviously, I'm one of the older people on the internet. You know, I'm like the Uncle David of Instagram. And my girls make fun of me. They're like, if somebody told me my dad had more followers than me, I would have hated it. I personally think that TikTok is going to go the way of the Dave Meltzers of the world. That I think through their lessons of Vine and Musically, that there has to be some solid content of advice and training and teaching and inspiration beyond just, you know, cute dances.
Yeah.
Do you think that TikTok is able to do that, and do you see a future in that platform?
I definitely see a future in that platform just because it is a place where I think it's less structured. Um, Instagram can be very structured in the posts and stuff. I feel like TikTok, you can be a little bit more yourself. You can be goofy, more your authentic self. So I definitely think there's a future in TikTok. I haven't dove in because I don't know. I don't want to be dancing on the internet,
Me either.
but I'm
You don't want me dancing on the internet. Is even worse.
yeah, there's like a meme like if you're 25 years old and older or something, like you're just staring at TikTok like how does this work? That's kind of how I feel. So I'm still thinking about it. I might dive in, might not.
Well, maybe I'll lead the way for you, but without dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I am a L'Oreal model, and I believe in manifestation. I tell everybody, you know, I wrote a book called Connected to Goodness, is about manifesting everything that you want. And I became a camouflage, the gray away hair model for L'Oreal. And I told my wife, I told you,
Cool.
I can be a L'Oreal model. And she cracks up. Do you believe that you've manifested? You have a spiritual side to you, that,
Yeah,
you know, there's a materialization that takes place by your beliefs and by the laws of attraction. Is that something that you believe in?
I definitely believe in that. I'm very spiritual. I meditate. I read a lot. I'm actually going to pick up your book. And I've seen my life change through spirituality. So I definitely believe that you can change your reality. But just by having positive thoughts in the morning, you can have the best day ever. I know it's really hard right now for a lot of people. So I always say, like, just give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of your morning and see how that changes. Like, write down what you're grateful for, meditate for 5 minutes, write in your journal. Like, it's really changed my life.
Yeah, me too. And it's funny because although it is difficult at this time, in some respects it's easier because we have a greater time of pause. We have peacefulness and silence that is forced upon us instead of the hectic rustle and bustle of the world. How do you reconcile money? Because this was my biggest challenge. I was a very money driven person. You can see money doesn't buy happiness above me, but I used to think it did. And when I became spiritual, I had a difficult time reconciling my monetary beliefs with
Mm-hmm.
my spirituality. Have you found any way to do that and feel comfortable with the energy of money, or how to receive?
I mean, you have to have a good relationship with money. If you don't think that you're going to be successful, you're going to have money, then you're not. That's the energy that you're giving out, and that's the energy you're going to get. So money is just a form of energy. So if you look at it that way, like you want to have this positive, fun, vibrant energy. You want to travel, you need money. You want to grow a business, you need money. If you start looking at money in a positive way, it'll come back to you in positive ways.
You're amazing. It's funny because I look at my life as three different worlds. We grew up in the same world with a single mom. I was a victim, right? Everything was happening to me,
Yeah.
depression, financial stress. The only difference in my career is I had this mid level of the world of just enough, where everything was for me. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff, you know, for me that I didn't need, to impress people that I didn't really like. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
did that
then I
too.
learned about. Did you ever have that period of your life?
Yeah, I was very materialistic when I was younger, and I felt like I needed those things to validate myself. But now I'm just like, you know what? If I have those things, great, but they don't make me who I am. And also the thing about not taking things so personal and seeing that, things are not happening to you, they're happening for you to make you the person that you are. I just truly believe in that.
And I think you've even taken it a step farther. I think you see that everything comes through you for others. And you're showing that with your GoFundMe, you're showing that with your business, you know, even the intent of your business, even though it's to make money, you're really, as a dad and a husband, you're really helping guys out a lot with your business.
Yeah.
You're going to get my book, and I'm signing up for the Girlfriend Box. I had my wife return my Mother's Day present. I bought that expensive hair iron that's too heavy. And she's like, what are you thinking? She goes, I weigh 95 pounds. What are you thinking? This thing's like 10 pounds. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have hair.
Curls a bit.
Exactly. Yeah. See, now you're thinking. Yeah. Anyway, as we finish up, my favorite last question always is, what legacy, especially for young entrepreneurs, you know, when it's all said and done 100 and some years from now, what legacy, Celeste, Arianny, do you want to leave for yourself?
For myself, I really want girls who are, I don't want to say girls who are attractive, or, I mean, well, yeah, it's very hard when you're an attractive person to kind of be taken seriously. So if you're a model, if you're a good looking girl, just know that that's not all that makes you. Like, it is a very valuable, powerful tool, but seek something that is past that, because that's way more powerful. All of this fades eventually, and hopefully I just want to inspire girls to be strong entrepreneurs.
Well, that's great advice. It's advice that my girls can't ask me about, because I know nothing about that. And they're learning about it. So I think you're a great mentor for them. And I certainly appreciate everything that you do for everyone, and especially coming on to the Playbook. So this is Dave Meltzer with Entrepreneurs, the Playbook.